Okay, hi hypothetical class. Today I'm just making an intro video about my interactive module. Basically, this is just going to be a quick run over of what we're going to be doing for the foreseeable future. So, successful slave and abolitionist rebellions, the Emancipation Proclamation and Plessy vs. Ferguson, civil rights movement, and police brutality buildup, and the 2016-2020 presidency that you all know so well. So here I kind of just put out my intentions of this module. It's more about critical thinking. No matter what is going on in present day, it has always been important to have a solid understanding of the past. In today's society, that has become obvious. This lesson is laid out to give a backstory to how the U.S. got where it is today, as well as make you think about your part in making history. I find that to be a very important part of learning about history is thinking about your role in what history you're creating right now. So first of all, like I said, we're going to talk about slave and abolitionist rebellions. Nat Turner's rebellion's a big one, and then John Brown's raid on Harper's Ferry, 1831 and 1859. Like I said, this is just me a quick overview. We will get more into detail about these things with our assignment. So the Emancipation Proclamation and separate but equal. The Emancipation Proclamation, it's always questioned if that was a moral obligation felt by Lincoln or if that was more of a war strategy to win the Civil War. And then separate but equal, consequences for the future. I think this is a big one. Okay, now to the civil rights movement that people probably are more familiar with. Martin Luther King, the call to action for all U.S. citizens, and Malcolm X. I put Martin Luther King and Malcolm X because they both did fight for the same thing, but in very different ways. And the call to U.S. citizens, I think, is a very prevalent and understood thing today. It's really felt in a lot of our society. So I did pose a question: how do you think the actions of this time period affect how people react to injustices today? Okay, so police brutality and the 2016-2020 presidency. So Rodney King is definitely one of the biggest police brutality cases from back in the day, Los Angeles riots, 1992. And now the same thing is happening with George Floyd and all the civil unrest in the United States right now, even around the world. And then over here for the 2016-2020 presidency, comparison to other presidents running during challenging times, such as Lyndon B. Johnson, JFK, and things like that. And his reaction to civil unrest. Is it helpful or is it hurtful? Is he taking the right precautions to stop all of the rioting, or is he sitting back and hoping for the best? Okay, now, like I said, I wanted this course to be mostly focused on critical thinking. So after reviewing U.S. history and its current situation, what role do you think our predecessors had in forming the world we live in now? And now think about your role in making history now and impacting the country's future. What can you do?